Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cavaliers will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs offense will start this game off. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback is being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. They'll give it to the back. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Mustangs. What a grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Virginia's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Looking to throw. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They're trying to get to him. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff, being we used him twice in that loss a week ago. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quick handoff. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Trying to get to him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Smith. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Mustangs will move the sticks with the first down.
Tackle on the play at the 15-yard line.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Smith. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Really nice job by the defense. Understanding first and goal. What do most people do on first and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, bro. Not my house. Nice job. Get in the backfield. Get the snipe.
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
SMU 14, Virginia 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking for a man. It's Calandria. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo. Unloads quickly. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
And the Cavaliers are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. throws for the tight end. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it in, it's Bailey. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice game.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Looking to move it through the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Play number 9 on this drive. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Dixon. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Mustangs are threatening on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move them on the counter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center in Scott Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line, it's Pace. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
On the run, it's Pace. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Cavaliers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
At the 35, he's loose. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The inside handoff. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Got stuffed on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Running back goes in motion. The aerial assault continues. Got it behind the line. It's Pace. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to pass. It's Calandria. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Unnecessary run. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Cavaliers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Coming up, 4th down. Number 41.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. 1st down for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Sweet feet on the move. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Jennings. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
He's racked up 92 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll give it to him again. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. And they're able to get him on the ground. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Virginia, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. It's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Here we go. He wants to throw. Looking left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Quickly to the tight end. Keeps the legs moving. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, he
fires the pass, intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
The give is to Smith. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's